We'd like to give all praises to YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Kodash. The one Apostle GreatMillstone who rule well. Peace, love, and blessings also to you sincere laborers, your brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make that calling and election sure. And also blessings to the sisters out there that are listening, learning, believing. All right. We are your fellow laborers from here from GMS TAMPA. All right. And we coming at you once again with another lesson, our weekly live session. All right. Got the brothers here. And the topic we're really going to get into is persecution. Okay. Because it's going to come a time, and it's true, but we are going to be persecuted for righteousness' sake, man, for following after YAHAWASHI. And when I think about persecution, a movie I like to go back to is The Matrix, where the agents had pulled Neo into the office, and it was like, you know, they showed him, you're living one life, you're this computer hacker that goes by the name of Neo. The next life, you're a computer you work at a highly sophisticated computer software, computer programming, all right? And that's pretty much how we are. You know, we got our Hebrew names, who we are in the spirit, right? Who we are in the sight of the brotherhood, in the sight of the ministry. And then we got our regular names, we got our regular jobs, man, all right? And pretty much, we may be approached in that same manner, man. All right, you know, but persecution is coming. That's the point that we're getting at. So we have to arm ourselves with that mind and prep ourselves for these things, man. All right.
Right. Yeah, because it's, you know, like we were going into earlier, the persecution that came to the men of the Lord has happened before in the past. You know, we seen it countless time, and there's no new thing under the sun. You know that which is that which shall be. You know, these things have repeated themselves to the point to where we at right now. And in these last days, you best believe that the persecution is going to come upon those same men. Okay? Because what? The scriptures tell you what the men of old would what it say, they prophesied of kingdom.
Jeremiah 28.
Come on, get that real quick, Bo Bashar. Because see, the same things that we're talking about today that's causing us, that's going to eventually lead to us being persecuted, okay, you know, in the sense where Esau's in the forefront when he's just coming out and saying, because obviously we know that Esau's, he's after the elect, that's why they be flagging videos and stuff like that, but I'm talking in the sense as him publicly saying that we the problem. These things are going to come. Okay, brother, got that real quick?
It's the book of...
Go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And America's a great kingdom, man. So is ancient Rome. This is the modern time Rome, man. You know, so these things that the men of old that they were persecuted for doing, okay, there's the men of the Lord weren't getting kicked out of Rome because they were handing out those crosses that you make out of palm leaves. That's not what they were getting persecuted for, man. They were down there talking about the downfall of that place. Okay, same thing with Babylon. Okay, and the other ancient empires. Jake was prophesying the downfall of that place. You think that the other nations were just allowing that? No, man, they would persecute us. You know?
When Jonah went to Nineveh, prophesied against Nineveh, you know. But in one word sums it up that the brother was alluding to is treason. All right, because Jeremiah 28 and 8, that's pretty much in today's terms would be described as treason. Right. Read the first part again real quick, Baba Bashar.
Going back in the book of Jeremiah 28, verse 8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Against me, that's the point. Against me, they prophesied against, all right? So we're on the opposing side, okay? So that word treason, just from a conventional dictionary, going to dictionary, Google search, the crime of betraying one's country. So we consider American citizens, all right? So we're prophesying against this place. So that falls under the guidelines of treason, all right? The crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to to kill, assault, or overthrow the government. And we ain't carnal. We ain't trying to kill nobody. But this is looked as overthrow. All right. Since they what is called apostles. When you go to the secular history, they were seditious. All right. You know, we got to get these men up out of Jerusalem. They're causing uproars. They're causing the when you go into that account in Acts, where say, did not we strictly command you not to teach in this name? Yeah. Okay. So we're, you know, once we convert people, they see this we're seditious, man. All right, we're causing an uprising, a treason, when really we're just bringing back the elect back into YAHAWASHI, but those fall on the guidelines of treason. The action of betraying someone or something, the crime of murdering someone to whom the murderer, you know, we ain't murder nobody, but under the guidelines of treating, the crime of betraying one's country. That's really what it is, man. So we're prophesying against this place. So with that, treason and the consequence for treason, if somebody can speak real fast, let me get this.
Yeah, because the main point of what they're gonna blame us for treason, but the main point of them coming after us is because we're teaching the truth. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not that we're the ones, because the scriptures talk about being blameless, but just like the YAHAWASHI, man. YAHAWASHI was blameless. He wasn't going around doing this shit that these other camps do, going to gun ranges and going to these where these protests be happening at, you know. They weren't. YAHAWASHI didn't do that, man. So neither are his men. You're gonna be found. You're gonna be accused for the Lord's sake, for the word's sake.
Yep.
But they're gonna put it under the guise of, oh, he's a terrorist.
Yep.
He's you know, committed treason. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yep. You got that scripture? Yeah. Back you up real fast.
Mm-hmm. This is Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16. Galatians 4 and 16. It says, "Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?"
Right. Yeah, that's right, man. And that's what these people have become. That's what they have. That's what we've become to them, is their enemies, because we tell them the truth.
Yeah, because they have no bad thing to say about us. What they do is they have to defame our character. Yep. You know, they throwing dirt on our name because, again, they can't find nothing, so they have to come up and make up these stories to attach it to a negative stigma, like a terrorist or extremist. So use trigger words to pretty much denounce what we're speaking on to you. You know, the majority of people, when this thing is blasted on the television, people are gonna, you know, succumb to that agenda because they are ultimately all evil themselves. You know.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. That was it on that?
Galatians 4. I'll read it again.
Okay.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 16. It says, "Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?" You know, it says in the book of Isaiah, it says, you know, truth faileth. You know, it says, he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. Mm-hmm. You know, so when we speak truth, we're separating ourselves from this world. That's what the Lord said, to come out of my people. And you start by, you know, us being renewed in our mind, okay, learning the true way of living, which is keeping the laws and commandments of YAHAWASHI to the best of our ability. But also going to that holy hope that eventually that this thing's gonna wrap up. And as prophecy states, so for America being Babylon the Great, you know, it should be mandatory, and all these things coming to play out, World War III, and eventually the salvation of the Israelites, the so-called Native Americans, the elect of them. Esau's going to deem that as we're just going into sedition, rising up hell, you know, because he's going to blame somebody for his kingdom going down. It says, "The accuser of thy brother, which is going to be cast down," okay, but he's still going to go down, where Revelation 12 and 12, that great wrath. Now, knowing they have but a short time, so he has to blame somebody, take the weight off of him, because he thinks he can do that and escape past judgment. Because as scripture say in the book of Genesis, he's a fugitive and a vagabond. He's running from justice. You don't want to be judged, you know. And he's gonna again try to place blame on what he did back then. He killed his brother, okay. You know, going to Jacob and Esau. He's gonna try to do it again. But this time the Lord's gonna stand up and fight, because now it's His kingdom to be reigning upon the earth, as scripture say, "Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." You know.
Real quick, let me get this law. Treason laws in the United States real quick. A person may not be convicted of treason except on the evidence of 2 witnesses. And, you know, consider YAHAWASHI, what they gathered up false witnesses to come up, but the stories didn't match up. All right, so nothing new underneath the sun. All right, so the person may not be convicted of treason except on the evidence of 2 witnesses. It's the same overt act or by confession in open court. This is reiterated in the Section 37 of the California Penal Code, penalty death or life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. All right, so, you know, this is not a game. That's why the elders always say, you know, understand what you're involved in. All right, because all you people out there hot or cold, if you don't fully believe in YAHAWASHI, man, and you're not fully convinced that this is the truth, you ain't gonna stand in that time, especially when you're possibly faced with, oh well, you're gonna get a death penalty or you're gonna be life imprisonment. A lot of people want to save their lives, man. All right, that's how Scripture say, then shall it be known who am I chosen, because this is a serious matter, man. Okay?
Yeah, because it's going to come upon the whole world, as we know, going to our temptation. You know, so everybody's going to be affected of the situation that's going to play out, because as Scripture say, you know, going into relations, you're going to kill those that don't worship after the beast in his image. You know, so any type of, you know, sedition against his agenda, anything that goes against the grain what he got going on, he's going to kill. But don't the difference is exactly the elect have that edge. You know, our hope is that the Lord will protect us from this, the sword that is the wicked, you know.
This is a precept real quick to back up what Kanaka just said. This is Matthew 13, and I'll start at verse 20. It says, but he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but endureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. You know, like brother was just mentioning these guys. You know, there's going to be some of y'all that are, you know, that are calling yourselves in this truth, but you can't take the heat when the kitchen get hot. You know, and we see the spirit on these guys. Okay, they fall out of the truth because they can't dealing with their women now. You know, the woman's giving them problems. You know, just imagine in Jacob's trouble, man. That was it on that. Just wanted to hit that point that the brother hit.
I got something real quick. This is the etymology of the word persecute. This is from the mid 1500s. It says persecuting, quote, to oppress for the holding of an opinion or adherence to a particular creed or mode of worship. So again, I'll read it again. Persecute, it says to oppress for the holding of an opinion or adherence to a particular creed or mode of worship.
Hey, and to speak real quick, so I can interrupt you, but speed that up real quick to modern times. You just seen recently, I forgot what state it was, but now they're pretty much Xing out the religious exemption for the jump shot. All right.
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot what state that is, but maybe Cali or New York something. But
it was one of those. I thought it was Georgia, but maybe I was wrong. It was some state. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they pretty much no religious exemption, man. All right, and that was like the stronghold of stopping people from being exempt from, you know, that was the only thing really stopping people as far as they, like you say, their worship, what they say, their worship or their belief, man. But Esau going to show you, like,
he coming down.
Yeah, we coming down. We
That's
coming,
it,
you know, we coming for you. You know, you what it is, religious or what it said.
No. You good, bro. It goes into it. It says to hunt down. You know, to follow, to pursue. It says to follow. All right, torment, pursue, and I wanted to keenly get that to oppress for holding of the mode of worship, man. So that's why Revelations 12 and 12 is so heavy. We're gonna sound like a broken record until it actually take place, because what's gonna be the need for us to speak about it when it's taking place? Then you're gonna know that, bro, this shit is heavy, bro. Like, this shit is real. When this man start coming down, it says to oppress for the holding of an opinion or adherence to a particular creed or mode of worship. That's what persecute means, man.
Yeah, and real quick, their biggest resistance, as Esau brought up this information, are the religious individuals. They know that's going to be their biggest resistance. Exactly, they're more zealous. You know, they had the information that came out. They're trying to get rid of the God gene and so on and so forth. All right, because why? People are willing to die, you know, for their beliefs. You know, and their power. So they know that so-called religious people are going to. That's going to be their greatest resistance, man. You know.
That's right. Come on, I got something. It's the book of 1 Corinthians 3. I'm gonna start at verse 11. Okay, so we're going and talking about the persecution. All right, and this is the brother's going into. It's a serious time. It's something you got to take serious. Okay, verse 11 it says verse 11, for other foundation can no. Verse 12 it says, now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, and stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. Okay, because the day is coming, all right, when the persecution starts to come, it's going to be made manifest, all right, what you had built your foundation upon, all right? Did you build it upon YAHAWASHI, or did you build it upon the things of this world, whatever Esau Edom has have out here? Okay, so many people are going to fold in that day, all right? Many people are going to be offended, all right, when the persecution arises, all right? Because the scripture said,
just to back up what you were just saying, they didn't build their foundation on the rock, they built it in the sand.
That's it.
As the scriptures put it, because once that wind, right, because it was on the edge by the ocean or by the water, and once that water started coming, and that wind, that sand just that water went away. It crumbled. That house fell. But if it's rocks, you build upon the rock, which the rock is what? Is YAHAWASHI. Okay, which is this word being, and again, we were talking about this earlier, being involved in the word, not just you're still in the world, but you're saying you in the truth, but actually dedicating your life to the Lord. You take your time to read and learn about the knowledge. That's a part of it as well. But upon that rock, because you build that solid foundation.
That's what you're gonna need.
Hey, real quick to back the brother up, because you're not saving your life, man. That's what it's boiling down to. When you actually have faith in YAHAWASHI, you putting yourself to the side. You losing your life, man, to gain it. So that's why that rock solid foundation, that house that's built upon the rock, is once the winds come, it's not gonna, because YAHAWASHI already conquered it, man. He already conquered the flood, the wind. So when it come in this time, all right, you ain't gonna be stopped or overcame, because he already overcame, man. But he put us in this position in these last days so that we can be partakers of that house, man. Partakers of that house of David, man. Roughly say, because he's the chief cornerstone, man.
Yeah, that's it. It reads on back in 1 Corinthians 3 and 13. It says, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. So the persecution that's getting ready to come, you're finna be tried. The scripture says in the book of Revelations 3 and 10, how the hour of temptation, how the Lord is getting ready to try all of them that dwell in the world. Okay, so everyone's about to be tried. Okay?
Hey, just like that movie Wizard of Oz. When they got to the room with the goose or the geese, the egg would roll down and fall into the scale, and it would tell you whether it was good or bad. And all that's coming for everybody. Like the brothers was just going into, man. That's basically what, if you want to visualize what we just read, that's basically what it is. Every man's work is going to be brought forth, whether good or bad, and it's going to be weighed, and it's going to be measured. And America has been found wanting.
Yeah. And hey, that's why we be bringing out these, articles on 60 people dying of a tornado or this and this and that. But bro, it's getting ready to turn up to the point where thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, because this is the time of the Most High judgment to back you up. It's founded, it's wanted, it's measured, it's weighed out to the point where you have to been given a scripture say make a pattern of good works. You have to have been making a pattern of good works, so that when the time of judgment comes, you guiltless, man. You've been spotless, you without blame, because you put the word first. And you apply the word to your life, but only the elect is all predestined. Only the elect can have that spirit in them to have the faith, so that when persecution do come, you found guiltless because you covered by the blood of YAHAWASHI. Just want to say that real quick.
I got a precept, 1 Corinthians 3 and 11. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is YAHAWASHI. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, stakes, like wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare it. What day? The day of the Lord, man.
When that judgment
It says, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. Hey, and the only fire ain't the missiles. Fire is like unto affliction, trials, exactly. So, you know, before the actual fire come, that fire and furnace of affliction is gonna come. All right,
the fire that we're going through now.
Exactly.
So
You know?
But we're at the end tail of it.
Yep.
You know, in the oven, you done pull it down, cool down mode.
Yeah.
That's the end of our. We're coming to the very end of it, where we about to be magnified, and everybody else has been gradually getting hotter and hotter in the kitchen. Yeah. You know.
It says, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. So, rather, what's the elements? Gold, silver, precious stones. Now, wood, hay, and stubble, those are destroyed in the fire.
Quick.
Yep. That's why a lot of people gonna be taken out quick.
Oh yeah.
First wave, a lot of people gonna be taken out, man. Because a lot of you already took the jump shot, so you getting ready to drop that anyways. You know, that fire already, oh, I'm gonna lose my job. Fuck it, I'm gonna take the jump shot. Well, what it is, you like wood, hay, and stubble, out of there quick.
Because once the chip made mandatory, just like you did with a job, you're gonna do that chip.
Exactly.
I'm gonna lose my job. I gotta get it. You're gonna get the chip.
Out of there.
You know?
Wood, hay,
Yeah.
stubble, burn quick.
Huh?
All right. So it says, and the fire shall try every man it's like work of what sort it is. So you're gonna see. Everybody want to know what they made of, right? You figuring out who you are, what you know. A lot of people gonna be exposed to. You know, all the highlight reels on Instagram. You know, those are your highlights. You know, your so-called good times. But behind closed doors, you're not putting on camera all the balls you dropped. You only putting on camera all your catches, which is a highlight reel. So your Instagrams, you tough guys, and all you people that think you're doing this or think you're doing that. Well, you're gonna see what work you are, man. And a lot of you gonna come to find out that you ain't shit, man. Cause you ain't even putting no work towards YAHAWASHI. And I know, man, I'm serious about that. You know, a lot of you people gonna find out that you ain't shit because you think you something. You think you something.
He that thinketh he is something when he is nothing.
Exactly.
Deceiveth his own self.
Our hope is in the Lord.
Yeah.
No confidence in the flesh. So that's how, you know, we be those men. All right, we're gonna be found something because wow, we serving YAHAWASHI, and it's all of Him, man. Okay. So it says, if any man of work, it's like if any man's work abide, which he hath built, thereupon he shall receive a reward. So if we still here, when all affliction or tribulation coming, because Scripture say, blessed is he to see the fall of his enemy. Then Wisdom of Solomon speaks about how they were beamed up and their enemies beheld them. So we're going to be, Lord's will, we be those men. If any man work abide, he shall be built thereon, and he shall receive a reward.
Right, and like it was going back to those elements, right? The things. Well, read them off again.
1 Corinthians 3:12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble.
And gold and silver, like we were talking about these people, you know, mainly when you think about the Israel, 2/3 being the hay and stubble, we're liking onto that gold and the silver. You know, more particularly gold, because what it say when you the last verse you read, it said whose work might abide. When you melt down gold and silver, it's not vanquished like stubble and hay. It just changes its form.
Yep, liquid.
It becomes liquid. So that's what's gonna happen with us. We're gonna still abide. We just gonna be changed. We gonna be in a different form, you know, so to say, you know.
Because when you melt it, that's when you form it.
Right.
You don't.
Remove impurities.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's more able to move, shape.
The cup that we're in is the Lord's hand. You know, they say cup in your hands. Well, the scriptures talk about the elect being in the hands of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, who can pluck them out?
Yeah.
You know, so we being held in that cup, and that fire's coming, and it's heating us up enough to where we're melting We're just changing state, man.
Yes.
We're being made better, you know, through the Spirit.
Yeah, real quick. No, you got it. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, it's a scripture to back you up that says, "And then shall they be mine, when they shall be tried as gold is tried through the fire. They shall call upon me, and I will say, I'm their Lord." You know, so that gold that's tried through the fire is the elect.
Right.
You know, and the silver. You know, so we're like I remember Elder Yahshua said before in one of his lessons, we gonna be here when Jacob's trouble come. We ain't going nowhere.
Right.
But the gold is gonna be, we're gonna be tried as gold is tried through the fire. You know, and the Lord is gonna say, "Then this is my elect." 2 Ezra 16. You know, this is my chosen. You know.
Yep. And the purpose of the fire either is going to purify you or destroy you. One or the other. That's how it is with the Lord. Hot or cold. It's one or the other. Either it's going to purify you or it's going to destroy you. That's the purpose of the fire. You know, that's why the Lord is finna try the world. Okay. Next brother got it.
Okay. This is John 15, and I'll start at verse 18. John 15, verse 18, it says, "If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you." You know, and that world is cosmos, so that means our people. You know, because there's one thing when, you know, Esau, he's talking shit about you, that's expected. Other nations talking shit about you, that's expected. But as we just talk about, your own enemies are going to be dealing with your own household. That hurts a little different, you know. At the time coming where mothers, fathers, sisters, people you grew up with is going to be up against you. And the response with the Lord is examining your response to that, you know, and the response is above all. It's just a seal of faith, you know. You got something?
No, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. John 15 and going on verse 19, it says,
Can we get that precept for you real fast?
Yeah, go on, for sure.
St. Matthew's 10, the scripture the brother is talking about. St. Matthew's 10, and matter of fact, let me get it in Bible app. St. Matthew's 10, verse 36. Let me see if I'm going to start there. I'm going to start at 34. St. Matthew's 10 and 34, the point is at 36. "Think not I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law," and this is the point, "and a man's foes shall be they of his own household."
That's where it's going to start.
Exactly.
It's going to start within your household, man. The people that know you personally the best.
Yep.
Your family. They're going to be like, "Yo, I knew there was something up with him." When they seen all that shit on the news,
Yeah.
I knew there was something wrong with that shit that he believed in.
Yes.
And I tried to tell him, but now he's just fucked, and they're gonna call the cops on you, man. Like your woman, same thing, man. And Biden already has the tools in place for these people to do so with the whole thing that happened with the riots earlier this year in Washington. Biden, underneath the rug, passed an executive order basically creating I forget exactly how he it was a worded program, the catchphrase of the program, and basically is if someone you think might be a harm to himself or to other people, you to call us and let us know. You know, and they say when I was reading the law or the order, it was saying that even it don't even have to be immediate family who can call the police. It even tells you, bro, someone that you've had a child with that are not together, like your baby mamas can give you call these people and be like, "Yo, this dude's part of these Hebrew Israelites. This is where he lives." Because that's what they were doing, to turn in people who were part of that riot up there in Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
He passed that so that people can snitch on their family members.
See something, say something.
Basically,
Something
something like that. But so Esau already has that in place there. Oh, so we have a tool, so to say, to be able to report this shit in. And it starts, so you read the bill, it literally talks about your families, your kids can call and say, "Yeah, I feel like he's either in danger to himself or someone else."
You remember it was a situation in Europe where a dude called the cops on his dad because his dad was speaking against the jab or something.
Yeah,
I forgot what it was.
Dad got arrested.
Yeah.
Yep.
It might have been Australia, so I forget exactly what it was.
Yep. There was also another one where the kid sued the parents because the parents wouldn't let him get it.
Yes.
And he won. The fucking kid won. 12-year-old kid or some shit like that.
I got a quick precept just back you up real quick, and I'm holding that verse for you real fast. St. John 16:2.
I was holding it.
Oh, read it. Shit.
I start from the top, verse 1. Hey, you got it, bro. John 16 and verse 1, it says, John 16 verse 1, it says, these things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. Verse 2, it says, they shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth the Most High service.
Exactly, man. So these people
They
really
doing the right thing.
Yeah, for society, like, yo, this guy's really too much. He's a danger, and I gotta get him up out of here. Like, I gotta this group that he's involved in. It's just, look what they're doing. We gotta turn them in, and they're gonna come for you, man. The scriptures tell us that. Some of you shall be cast into prison 10 days. You know, brother quoted it earlier. You know.
Yeah, hey, can I say this real quick too? You know, and that's why Esau is infiltrating. Okay, he's setting up certain agents so that way, because he's not gonna put Great Millstone, Elder Apostle R, bringing out great edification videos up there.
Right.
No, he's gonna put up sticks at camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
You know,
it's all to
you know,
no avail.
Yeah, you know, he's gonna put out videos like that so that Jake can get the image like, damn, this is what they involved in.
Yeah.
But they not gonna even know that there's so much going on. That's just
deeper than that.
Yeah, it's
even
deeper than that, bro.
Even that shit is felony, so because the people, them agents, be starting to believe it. they bugging out, but they
They
don't
showed
get
you
time to
that
person.
movie,
Yeah,
Judas Black Messiah.
I said the dude was Judas, and that show you were watching, where that movie.
Oh, kind
I
of.
said that it was Judas.
Yeah.
I was referring to that movie.
That agent, it's like that cop was talking to the agent. He was like, "Look, man, I don't know, either you're a good actor, or you really was believing in that that stuff. Because the way he was up there, because he was watching him, he was like, hey, either you a good actor, or you starting to believe that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? You know."
You had that.
Yeah, I got a quick.
Were you done?
You was done with that?
John 16.
John 16.
I'm going to read the next verse. John 16 verse 3, it says, and these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me.
Yeah, they don't have the Spirit of the Lord in them, man. So they're thinking that they're doing good, and you best believe they're gonna be pushing that shit in the churches too. You gotta get these antichrist out of here. They're gonna be pushing that shit too, man.
And Esau collects data, as far as what religions people in, and a lot of people are coming. Vocab, Vocab going back to, because Vocab, he said himself, he said, yeah, man, I can see in probably the next 5 to 10 years, this Hebrew Israelite thing, their percentage wise of followers is gonna go up. So Esau is collecting the data of all the people leaving the Christian church and coming to be Israelites, and you got your boy Vocab Malone right there, and he reporting. You can clearly see, man. So it's out there. Like the brother said, they can be pushing it in the churches. Y'all need to leaving that cult and going into that such and such, and we not pro jab. So hey, that's more ammunition for Esau to put up,
throw into the fire.
Throw into the fire, man. So
we were talking about that burning of Rome.
I was just meditating on it, bro. I was gonna bring it up.
Just add more wood.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Add more wood
And blame it on Jake. The reason why your America fell is because of these niggas.
Right.
Your own people.
Well, they're doing that now with the Crown Victoria running around, doing that road trip around the nation. They saying it's those people that ain't got the thing. And they're gonna eventually change it over to this. The reason all this violence is in America is because of these guys. All they've been preaching is about this happening. They orchestrating this, and they're gonna put it like we're some type of mafia, bro, like the naked Black Panthers. But now they're labeling us the Black Hebrew Israelite movement.
And Esau got this technology, man, where he can put your face on a body.
Yeah. You can do that too.
Oh my! You can do it with just the app.
Yeah.
Put your face, and it looked like it's you, man. This dude had his face on Rambo. He was Bruce Lee. He was all these different people, and the shit looked legit, man. And that was just the app.
And Esau is doing those things with these robots.
Oh, come yeah.
And he's got people selling their face
Yeah.
and their voice for $200,000 for these companies that are making these robots can use your face as a robot skin and your voice. So, and if they're now publicly coming out with that for the public, you know, or they coming out to the public with this, you know how long they've been doing that shit behind the scenes before they decided to let y'all know about it.
Yeah, how many times they done tested it out,
Yeah.
put a fake robot out there,
Right. Let them do some
probably
crazy
Biden or Trump or some shit one time, whoever knows, man.
shit. Right.
You know, put that shit out there and then nobody ever said, probably never said nothing about it.
Yeah.
Now that shit worked.
Right.
They thought there was really a senator out there or some shit. You know, it
Right.
worked. You know, Esau's crafty, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices.
Right. Esau's gotten to the point to where he don't even have to have nothing happen. He can do all CGI video.
Yeah.
And fucking make it look like you done gunned down a bunch of people, but you go to that same block and nothing ever happened. But they say it happened at midnight. We had to go in there, it was a raid, and he shot 2 officers.
Yeah.
They'll say all types of shit and have a little body cam video that they created.
Fucking
digitally.
Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood shit, man. But Esau's gonna come with everything that he can think of, bro, to blame. And we seen it happen, the whole Covington, we mentioned the New Jersey guy,
Yeah.
the most recent guy. Up in Wisconsin, plowed through the crowd with his car.
Yeah.
That's another Black Black Hebrew Israelite.
And bro, think about this. When you ask these camps, hey, HODC, do y'all know this guy? IUIC, do y'all know this guy? GMS, do y'all know these guys? Nobody knows these people that that's committing these crimes. We don't know these guys. Nobody ever seen them.
Controlling the narrative.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why Yahushua specifically warned us about shit like that. Matthew 24th chapter, he said, those are those great signs and wonders. If it were possible, they'll deceive the very elect. That's there for a reason. Like, this nigga gonna do some crazy shit. And if we didn't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of YAHAWASHI, we'd be out there too. You know, about this technology and shit. Jake just gonna see shit on the TV and paint it as gospel.
Yeah, because Esau just telling you now, oh, this is out there, that's out there, and massive people believe it, and he just speaking. All right, so imagine when he starts showing you images, because niggas like to see shit. Imagine when he starts showing you fake ass images, then you people are, man.
Or shit he did and just blaming it on us.
Exactly.
No camera or witnesses caught you actually doing it. But they say
They just say you did it, and hey, it's on the TV.
Right.
You had to do it.
Right.
It's on the television.
They got videos of devastation outside and bodies laid out and gunshot going off, but no one really ever sees your face. And then now, next thing you know, you got the SWAT team at your door.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You know, and then you get taken who knows where. You know, but go ahead,
Because the brother Mike Allah, he reverting back to the other point he made, he said that and it's gonna be a lot of people gonna be tested by they of your own household. And as the brother said, the examination is gonna be your response. Right? So that's what the Most High is gonna be examining you. Your response to when your father, your mother, whatever the case may be, come up against you. So it says back in Matthew 10:37, that's like it. 10:36, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Now listen to verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So like the brother said, that's going to be that examination, man. Because the Lord is letting you know, if you love these, you're not worthy of me. So that's why he's going to use these people as that test. Those are your own kin. But David said, King David told you, he said, man, if it was of an enemy, I could have borne it. But my own kins, that's gonna hit, like the brother said, that's gonna hit different when it's your own people, your own family, your own mother telling on you,
Elder Apostle Tahar, in last camp, Saturday, he mentioned how Job, he said Job is like the ultimate Israelite because Job, he pretty much he passed the final exam. His woman came up against him. The Lord took his children. So that like you said, this is pretty much like a spiritual FCAT, man, for the elect of the nation of Israel. We're coming into that final exam, okay, to see if we're fit for the rulership, fit for the kingdom, man. You know, so just want to say that, you know, Job was that ultimate example. You know, so we're all spiritual Jobs, man. So that time is gonna come where women, children, mothers, you know, all type of shit is gonna come at you on a physical level, to where you gotta have the spirit on you to discern, like, okay, nah, this is the Lord, you know, testing me. All right, this is the ultimate test. And a lot of people gonna fail because they never was built, and they was never studying to show themselves approved, you know.
And you got brothers that have been, the Lord has put them in a minor or a lower tweaked version of that happening with the whole jab. Certain family members were kicking brothers out because brothers, even though whether they were telling them what the scriptures really say, but whether they were just not wanting to take it, and the family was like, nah, you gotta take it if you want to be around here, or or you gotta leave. That shit's happened to brothers. There's brothers out there who've gone through that. So that's what's gonna be the same thing coming with the RFID microchip, man. That's gonna be when Esau pushes that, your family's gonna really come down upon you, man. They're gonna and a lot of people that they're gonna put it out there like not wanting to be a part of society, you'll get turned in for that too. It might not even be that it's things about shootouts and things like that, or people dying. It could be just that you don't want to be a part of society. So because you're not quick to run with them, they think it's strange, and that could be that that's going to be a part of the persecution as well, on that front as well, like brother's saying, the family, because think about the whole jab when it first came out. Who were the main ones pressuring brothers to get it? Your family. It wasn't your homeboys or your woman really wasn't pushing it on you like that. Your friends or people at work. It was your family who were the ones that really were pressing people about that, especially Jakes, because most of them are Democrats. Most Jakes. So the Democrats were the ones that were really put heavy on that fear tactic, So, but yeah, we'll close out here in a bit too.
Just one quick precept. 1 John 2:15, a point that you guys made. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." All right, so hey man, don't love nothing in this world. Don't love any of the things that's here in this world. All right, because these are going to be the things that's going to tear you down. All right, in the times that we're getting ready to enter into. Just a quick little point.
Yep, entanglements, man.
Attach yourself.
Yep. This is a as they say, quote unquote, a love affair, man. This is a relationship that we have with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Okay, so your love, what they say, how deep is your love? Well, the Lord gonna see how deep is your love, man. Because some people is what they say, skin deep. Just the surface. Some motherfuckers just scratch the surface.
Got your toes.
Yeah.
Temperature.
Yeah, that's it, man. So the Lord gonna test your love that you have for Him. Who you love. Love not the world. All right. Let's say you don't have kids in a family. Well, you might have worldly possessions, tangible things. You might have a good job, a good career. So think about it, man. You're not gonna need to escape. Everybody. The Lord, you say the Lord tried the hearts of men. So you might be like, well, I don't got much worldly possessions. I don't got no wife. I don't got no kids. So you might not have none of that. But remember this: the Lord. You can't fool the Lord, man. The Lord knows your heart. It's something that that's gonna be put in the way of cherishing. You might love. You might don't want to die. You might love your life. Your life, man. So we all gonna be faced with these things. But the thing is that the Lord is gonna be with us in this hour of temptation, man. Right. All right. It's a test for everyone, but we're gonna have a guide within this test. They're supping with us. They're guiding us through these things. They're comforting us.
Right.
Okay.
And there's that precept where your heart lies, there your treasure is. So if your heart's lying in the things of this world, that's where your treasure is gonna be in, and that treasure you're gonna find is fool's gold, man. This shit gives you that gangrene shit. But if you put your heart in the treasures of the Lord, you're gonna find that pure gold, because that's what you're gonna be changed into, man.
Yeah. That's why the elders always on us about being diligent, being fervent. You know, the more you want to work, the more the less time you have cares for the world. So you being diligent is actually more beneficial to your salvation. All right, if you always constantly in work, you know, because whatever you pay attention more to, that's what you're gonna pretty much draw on to. That's where you, as a brother quote, that's where your heart will be at.
Right.
All right, so that's why we have to remain in this thing. We have to remain diligent and stay focused.
And we're not saying to hate your family now. You just don't give a fuck about your kids or your wife, and you start causing problems because you just, I'm so fucking fed up with being around you, mother. You know, no, man. We're telling you to spiritually just be ready to detach at an instant's notice.
Sure.
Okay. As soon as that bell rings, whoop, all bags drop. All right.
Hey, this is where the road, this is where the trip ends.
Well, it was nice knowing
exactly.
that.
The trip gotta end. The trip gotta end. Like you've been carrying, you know, you on a road trip, and you stop the car. I can't go no further with y'all. This is where it ends. You know, you gotta be ready for that.
Now it's either you're gonna listen to everything I say and do exactly what I
Exactly.
say, or you can keep it moving.
Exactly. Because you got a woman that, and the kids or whatever, family members that believers, like the brother, he said it perfectly. If you believe, if you want to roll with me, no ifs, ands, or buts, no questions. This is what it is. If you with that, let's go. If you got questions or rebuttals or something,
leave those for the highway.
All right, I'll see you later. You know, and it's simple.
Yeah. Go ahead, Quan.
Real quick, a quick precept, Matthew 28 and verse 20. Teaching them, the point is the latter end of the scripture. Matthew 28 and verse 20. Teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen. All right, so YAHAWASHI is with his elect, backing up what the brother said earlier. Okay, you know, we gonna have, you know, tribulations, trials. Okay, some of us might be faced with death, but we have a spiritual relationship with YAHAWASHI, and that's what this truth is about, man. Having that relationship with Heavenly Father. Okay, through His only begotten Son, man. Okay, and those men are here in discipline, man. Okay, through the Spirit to be world leaders, man, future world leaders. Okay, and the time is coming to where the Lord is getting ready to put us in a position to where we're going to have to act out that leadership, man. Okay? And the world is going to know that the Lord is, then shall be known who are my chosen. Because what? Great persecution is going to come, bro. And it's going to bring out the real man in us, man. It's going to bring out the real man that YAHAWASHI has been purposing us to be, man. Going through our daily walk in this life, bro, this is not an easy walk, man. Okay? Holding yourself together, okay, and battling certain demons, man. All right, and maintaining your integrity through this walk, okay, ultimately into the time of great persecution, okay, and to lead a massive Israelites, okay, into salvation, man. It's not easy, man. Okay, but the Lord has purposed us, and He's with us all the way into the end, man. And I wholeheartedly believe that, man. All right.
That's on.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll close out here in a second.
This is John 15, going back to it. John 15 and verse 18. It says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Verse 19. If you were of the world would love his own. But because you're not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. So again, that world is cosmos going into your own people. You know, so again, what I'm going to go into about how, you know, scriptures say that, you know, these things were written aforetime for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of scriptures might have hope, you know, because at the end of this walk is the honor. But what people skip through is the humility phase. You know, you always see the finished product, but people forget about the point for the man to get to that point. It was hard. You know, you hear about Jake's story. He was, you know, homeless or whatever. You know, we always have a great story and titles what the days before he came to where he came to, you know, going into that finished product and pretty much tying into the elect of YAHAWASHI, you know, waiting their glory. Even after this tribulation that comes, just like YAHAWASHI went through.
So real quick, if I can say about Rashad, you know, and just land back off what the brother Kwam said, you know, every day we in this truth is a fight, man. You know, we fighting every day. All right, so that's like your spirit, your mind exercising every day, because every day is a fight to get in, to be in this truth. All right, it's not one day that you're resting mentally, that either you ain't meditating on YAHAWASHI, you think about a video, so it's a constant exercise of the spirit. So that's gonna pay off. You know, we spiritually lifting weights every day, and we're finna witness what all this exercises and training is how it's finna benefit us in these times, bro. It's you gonna see. Because all these other people, bro, they're not exercising in the spirit. They literally have no resistance. Because we fight in the flesh every day. Got wicked thoughts. We in the flesh, we fighting. But every day we choose to go right. Every day we choose to go right. Every day we fighting to go right. We fighting. That's a mental battle that we going through all day, every day. And that's going to pay off, man. You're going to see, like, damn, how's he able to be of a sound mind and with all this chaos going on? How is he, man, bro? We finna witness this training that we've been going through. How it's going to, people might not see, and even us ourselves right now, we can't really see the benefit of how it is until we actually experience it and go through Jacob's trouble. We're going to actually see the benefit of this mental battle that we've been going. Sometimes you just get, you be about to bug out, man. Sometimes when the spirits be just on you, man. You be, you know, but we're gonna, that's the exercising of that spirit, the exercising of your faith, man. And it's gonna show off. The muscles are gonna be, the spiritual muscles are gonna be flexed during these times.
Right, and that's why the scripture says, let patience have her perfect work.
Exactly.
You know, keep knowing in your mind, going all through these things that you're going to be going through is all a part of it. So you got to patiently wait till the end, because the scripture says, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. So that's our ultimate goal. And we know that the persecution is going to come, and that's just another thing we got to deal with. And that's fine, because we know that in this journey of ours, every time we got into issues, the Lord has always gotten us out. And it's not going to be any different in the time of Jacob's trouble that's getting ready to come. The Lord is going to get us out, man. If you be a part of that number for salvation, if your name was written in the book of life. Okay? You have more on that? That was it.
Yeah, I can keep reading, but...
Well, we're going to close out here in a sec. But if you got more to bring out on that precept, bring it out.
Yeah, just last one. John 15 and verse 20, it says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
There it is, man. Our Lord went through it. So we putting ourselves as a living sacrifice. We're walking in the path that he set for us. So that's what we're going to go through. We're going to go through those things, not that at the magnitude that our Lord went through, but we're going to go through it. Okay? That path that he took is the same path that we're on. Or at least that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? You know, you do have some men out there that are wanting to go around and, you know, do whatever the hell they want on their path. Yeah, they want to come up another way. Well, we know what the Lord said about them who come in from in another way, wearing not a garment, bind him hand and foot and toss him out. You know, so the Lord's going to toss a lot of y'all out in these last days, man. Okay, because you've been trying to beat up your own path. All right. Go ahead, brother.
John 15 verse 20, it says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. You know, so the Lord's bringing it out, you know, because, you know, when Yahushua said certain things, it didn't click right away, you know, but really when we hear these words, you know, and that day is really going to click, you know, again, going through the training process, like, that's why the Lord had me going through that. That's why the Lord was telling me this and doing this, you know, because again, it's all grooming us for the day of trouble that we're coming into, you know. But it says, if they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also, you know. So going into the persecution part, you know, again, it was Yahushua got put up by his own people, you know. So our own people are going to be blasting us, you know, all in our, you know, business talking about this and that, and I knew him, and it's such a shame, whatever, painting that whole story against you, but that's again going to your integrity.
Right, and where it said that they're gonna keep your saying, they did that to YAHAWASHI. Oh, but he was over here saying this. Oh yeah, remember he did this video. He said this on that video. They've already shown us that they doing that, man. Well, first and foremost, YAHAWASHI went through that, man. So it's not. We gonna go through it, man.
Yeah. And it's not like we talking about something we gonna do.
Right.
So when they do bring it up, the scripture right behind it,
Yep.
the scripture that before it.
It was said it was gonna happen.
It's the word that we bringing out. So bro, bro, YAHAWASHI blood is covering the elect, man, regardless.
And we're gonna know. We're gonna
That's
be
right,
going
man.
through that, and we're gonna be like, y'all don't even know. We're gonna be happy that the Lord has given us that opportunity to be able to see that prophecy being fulfilled right before our eyes.
Because you gonna force his hand. We not gonna force his hand.
Yeah.
You gonna force his hand, and you gonna cause him to have to react and do something and save us.
Because nothing we said was me. It was
Him.
thus said the Lord. So at the end of the day, bro, that's why we gonna be found guiltless or blameless, because
We're supposed to be found
it's the word.
blameless.
Most will. If we be those men, yeah, come on. It's the word, bro. It's the word.
Right. That was it on that, bro? We'll close out on this one then. Matthew chapter 5, and I'll start at verse 10. Matthew chapter 5, verse 10 says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." And see, so, we're going to receive a great reward for having to go through these things that we're getting ready to go through, man. Some brothers have already started going through those things. Okay? But we getting close to where the tide is turning, so to say. And it's turning in our favor. Okay? It says, verse 11, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad." You see, so there you go. When these things start to happen, you're supposed to be glad. It says, "For great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you."
If I could say something real fast, and if you're not happy, you love the world, you realize that you're losing your job, you're losing your, things not gonna go back to normal. You getting sad because the world is ending. The scripture say the fashion of this world passes away. So if you're not happy right now, that means you love the world, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Bro, us getting more and more. The more we see Esau putting things in order to bring about this persecution, man, the more we know we out of here, bro.
Exactly.
And like we said, the persecution has already started, but it's about to get turned all the way down. That knob, that volume, that Quan is gonna get put on Quan's audio level.
Full max. El Todd said that. And every year he said that the Lord, like the year prior, he said the Lord is what he's gonna do is open up that faucet and let that water come out. This year, the last video, one of those latest videos, he said, man, the Lord gonna open that faucet full blast and that water just gonna come out.
Hey, and he just Apostle Tahar just said it in at camp this past week. He said 2022 is gonna make 2020 and 2021 look like a cakewalk. So the apostle already putting out the crease for next year. So we gonna see.
Spot on.
We gonna see.
He been spot on.
Yeah. So anybody got anything else? Hey, so with that, we want to give all praises and glory unto
YAHAWAH,
YAHAWASHI,
YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem Rakah.
Double honors to the elders apostles of GreatMillstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and the truth and sincerity. With that, we say Shalom.
So,
Mind closing it out? Just gotta exit.